Oh my God. Can you hear me?
Hello?
There you are. Oh my God.
Sleep, man. About to sleep.
Oh, that's good. So that's good. You got your rest. How was Halloween?
I ain't do too much. I said I was gonna go to a party, but I was working on my laptop and it was a kids party, so I ain't even go over there.
Oh, okay. I ended up going to the kids' party, ended up having a good time.
Yeah, my brother. You know, I got 9 younger brothers and sisters. I'm the oldest of 10.
Oh, you're the oldest.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah,
do you have nieces and nephews?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Although you're the oldest, you got a lot of nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yesterday doing what they do, you know.
Yes. And now I'm glad that you're back on and I got you. I got you alone today. And I don't think that's too bad because you kind of have everything covered. you have your book as well as your finance company. So I want to talk a little bit about both. But I gotta switch it up on you. And the reasons why I'm like so like, oh, thank you for your time. Because of our mix-up last week. We had such a good conversation with Raising the Bar and yourself, but unfortunately it recorded us. And so here we are. I tried to put on the same outfit for you at work. So I took my break just to talk to you. So thanks again, King. I want to switch it up on you now because I don't want you to get bored with my questions. And I see that you're so vocal online, politically.
On Instagram?
Yes. Politically, you're vocal.
Go ahead.
So politically, you're vocal. For me, I'm neutral as far as politics, but I'm really interested and curious about how you feel about this upcoming election.
Okay.
Well, and also the platinum plan.
I'm neutral to an extent. I'm not voting, for the record. I'm not voting. No,
okay.
People may feel a certain way about that. I don't care because I'm Black man in America. And the only thing I believe that can save Black people in America is something given by Dr. Claude Anderson called Powernomics. And what Powernomics is, it excludes all the politicians work for us after we start Powernomics. Ain't no us going to them begging for stuff. They work for us. Our money is going into your pocket. We bought you.
Right.
Since we bought you, we don't want that police officer in our neighborhood.
Right.
We don't want police operating like that, or you ain't getting our campaign money. And I feel like until we are operating like that, our vote don't mean as much as it should. It means something. I can't take away value from it. But I feel like it will not have an impact that will bring a smile to our face until we start operating what I call Powernomics, or what Dr. Claude Anderson called Powernomics, of which I picked up. And
right.
It's just stages of economic development for our own people, basically, is what it is.
Absolutely. I'm definitely, I'm hip to it, but I haven't read it myself, but I definitely heard from the elder, with the videos and YouTube and things like that. One thing that I know with the contract of, with Black America, Dr. Claude Anderson actually helped to construct that. Yes. And so with that being said, with the contract with Black America, I wanted to see your thoughts on that, because if, these doctors, Dr. Boyce Watkins, Dr. Claude Anderson, and a lot of other professionals help Ice Cube come up with this contract that will financially help us, and also police reform, criminal justice reform, reparations. So there's certain bullets that I agree with. And so with him talking to the president and the Republican Party, because that was the only party that wanted to talk to him,
Right.
they altered the platinum plan. And I wanted to get your thoughts on that, being that you know a lot about finance and you know about us kind of leveling up.
Well, I'm gonna say this. If Dr. Claude Anderson and Boyce Watkins was in that room, that plan gonna work. That's, I can say
So
now.
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence, D. Here
I go. I'm about to give the details so you get off this fence. Now, what Powernomics says is this: it's stages to it. The first stage is create black businesses. You create black businesses, and you create the type of businesses that black people already spend money on. You don't go and be imaginary. You create a grocery store, a beauty supply, things that your community gonna buy.
Right.
Bam. After you can finish that stage, you take the money from that business and you go into politics. You don't go into politics, either you put a candidate in there or you buy politicians as you can. You buy them. After you buy them, you move on to education. Because now there's no reason to educate your kids if you don't have an economy for them to work in.
Right.
So you educate your kids after you get the political power, because you're going to control the education. And then after you get control of education, you move on to media. You control the media and the messages that get out to your people. Now, and you just keep that power base going. And that's going to build your community automatically. It's not rocket science.
Right. And so with that being said, I mean, because you said that you're not even voting at all. And but you believe in Dr. Claude Anderson's advice.
Claude Anderson ain't saying vote for nobody. Claude Anderson teaches that a conservative is conserving their wealth away from you, and a Democrat is trying to bury you under other ethnicities so you don't have no power. They are neither party is your friends. Claude Anderson teaches to create your own black party and then use the power base from that. Now, I don't know what Ice Cube doing or whoever doing or how they work in their business, but I know I got 3 of this man's books in here and I watch him all the time. I know what this man said.
Right. And
you know
so
I mean?
with him helping him, that's why I'm like, wow, that really gave them a little bit of the leverage talking to those men and actually altering what they feel like Black America needs. And so I've been independent because after the Bush-Kerry, that was my first time to vote. I'm actually doing a workshop when I leave here, and I'm going to talk to the youth about their first time voting. They have extreme anxiety and concern about this election. And I know how they feel because I felt the same way with Bush and Kerry. I voted for Kerry, to be honest. Right. And of course, Bush won. And so I get their concern, especially being Latina or Latino. They have certain feelings with the wall and different things that President Trump has done to make sure that we stop human trafficking and anything else for people illegally coming in. They can come over, but just like other countries and other continents, there's a process to do it. So I'm not totally against that, but I'm on the fence of writing reparations or going with the platinum plan. So
first of all, reparations ain't the option. So we got to take that platinum plan.
That's what I'm saying. Oh my God. But you know what? I'm being independent.
What can we do?
Being independent, I'm not a Trump supporter. And but yes.
Trump, it ain't about Trump, man. They trying to make it about Trump and not about us evolving as a community.
That's right.
If racist white man is gonna give me the tools to build my community, I don't care. He gave me the tools. I don't care if he's racist.
And then, well, he did defame or whatever, dethrone or declaim of KKK and Antifa. But like you said, it's not that we don't have to go into that.
I'm not even sure he a racist. Me?
I'm not saying erased it, but I heard him say it once. I heard him say it before the debate, twice during the debate, and after.
Okay.
Where he said that he was going to make Juneteenth a holiday, and then he started this platinum plan. He talking to Cube, and he did the criminal justice reform, the prison reform, the First Step Act, and he's going to do the Second Step Act. The First Step Act is just, you know, allowing non-violent, former offenders to, you know, sort of get, I don't want to say get, what's the word? I don't want to say kind of astonished from what they did, but basically that kind of covers non-violent offenders. And then step two is going to give jobs and things like that. So I do know programs that kind of do that already to help with that, but it's good to make an executive order that says, despite what you say, this goes.
Those same programs gonna be the first to get the money when it comes to the pipeline because they already exist. Too.
Right. And that's what, as a small business owner and like yourself, it benefits us all the way around.
And I look at this like this one variable that I know. Like right now, one of my lenders is giving out 100,000 credit line for 650. What I do know is that if a Democrat gets in that office in 6 months, that 650 will be a 700. You won't be able to access that for 650. It's going to go up to 700 because every time they get in there, it gets harder to access money. And that's just how they operate. They rather give it out in other ways.
Wow. And so would you agree that the parties kind of flip-flopped? Because in the 60s, it was like the Republican Party was a little bit harder. And now...
Right. That's Frederick Douglass up on the wall behind me, man. I'm big on, you know, what was going on back then, like concerning us in politics. And yes, I don't think our vote flip-flop. Parties ain't flip-flop. Parties got more sophisticated, right? The parties got more sophisticated in how, you know, it's a quote by Lyndon B. Johnson when everybody was mad at him passing that civil rights bill. He said, y'all mad now, but I had these blacks voting Democrats for the next 50 years after this bill.
Did it. He did it. Wow.
They got their shine. They did it, but now time is up, man. Somebody got to at least give us access to something. I mean,
that's right.
Y'all owe us, okay, whatever. Y'all don't want to pay us, okay, but give us some access, man. Stop teaching us this crap in these schools that you know we can't use.
Exactly.
Stop using. Yeah, it's like, come on, man.
That's why I agree with the school choice. You know, if you school your children, you should get paid. You should be able to teach your children what you think they should know. I mean, of course, we have to go by, you know, the school rhetoric and basically the guidelines of what the testing.
Right.
But we can add in culture and, like you said, history that we know that will benefit our children's development. I think it's important. And so, and going back to, you know, your situation, I'm not going to pick on you, but I got to go back to it because I said that I'm on the fence, so I got to pull you back on the fence with me because you said I ain't voting. But you also said in the same breath that it's a good thing that they're doing. So what should we do, D?
I don't trust them, man.
I know, me too. That's why I wanted to write a reparation.
Let me be real. Let me be all the way real. Because I told myself the other day, I said, man, like last month, I was telling my girl, I said, man, I am serious. Because I never voted before in my life. Man, I did 10 years. I just got the right to vote like 3 years ago.
Okay.
And you had a right to vote.
Right.
My felonies and all of that stuff. I just found out how to do that. Right. So I got all that together. And I was gonna vote. Like if I would have voted for Obama if I had the right to vote, just to do it because he's black, right? Black, I would have just gave him my vote just because I would. With Trump, the first time I said, well, I ain't even going.
Oh really? No, I definitely didn't. I think I voted for Warren or something like that. Because I'm independent. She was on the independent party, so.
Oh right, you with Bernie Sanders, huh?
Yeah, I'm more Bernie, but you know they're not gonna let a Jewish guy run the country for some reason, you know.
Oh, he's Jewish, huh?
Yeah, he is. That's why. So
I did not know that.
Let me get your other two questions out the way. That's the reason why. And I'm more spiritual as well. So I'm neutral on that level, and I'm more spiritual. I don't claim anything. But I think that's the reason why they won't let Bernie in. Oh, wow. Another thing is, so you taught us about that that's a loan though that you were talking about, the 10.
Oh, yeah. excuse me. That's one of the lenders in my network. Yeah, I got merchant and cash vendors, startup business lenders, commercial real estate lenders, and invoice and accounts receivable. They call it invoice factoring, but it's really borrowing against your accounts receivable lender.
Oh, okay. So it's all about business.
Yeah, yep, the whole finance.
Nothing personal.
No, my finance. YLB Incorporated is all business, man. I got a business partner. I want you to meet him too. You know, he's setting up the classes to educate the community about it, because he's more so into educating the community about the finances than me, you know?
Right.
I'm more of the writer and the technical guy.
Okay. And so I'm definitely interested in kind of, you know, continuing to collaborate with you guys. And I know you have some podcasts and things going on that you have.
Yeah, I'm waiting on my app. Yeah, the Underground Exchange app. We waiting on Apple to approve it now. And
okay,
we'll be putting
perfect.
And everything.
So definitely keep me in the loop with that.
Oh yeah, for sure. You got to come on there.
Yes, please. Yes, please. And I told you I got my new music and things like that I'll put at the end of this video once I go back in and edit it. One woman show here. And so going to your book.
Wait, you sing or rap?
I rap. And I sing too. I do a little harmony.
You know I rap too, right?
Okay. We definitely gonna have to, because I got this into a couple minutes. Oh, there you go, D. Okay. And so I want to
call me. That's what happened.
Oh, okay, no problem. And so I want to talk about the book before you go. Okay. And so how to be a goddess in the 20s. There he goes. I love it. Panties and Power. So would you say that pussy is power? And also, how do we enact our powers as a goddess? How do we do it?
Well, first off, all the women are goddesses. All of y'all have the attributes. It's just enacting that power. And it's, you know, it's all about healing what's wrong with you, man. And believing that, understanding that you are, like, I got a chapter in here called about owning your divinity. Mm-hmm. You know, and knowing that you are directly connected to the creator of everything out here. Like, no human being can exist if it doesn't come through the vessel of you, if it ain't nurtured through the vessel of you. So to be, even if you ain't looking at yourself in a divine light, you got to ask yourself who taught you that you wasn't divine, because it's obvious from your physical makeup and what's going on that you are. Yeah. So my whole goal is just to educate people according to, you know, the things I learned about metaphysics and the things I seen all the women around me going through, you know, as a just try to get to, like I was telling you about my daughter's mom dying, me just wanting to spread knowledge that'll help people look at a situation like that and not walk into it like she did.
Yes. And yes, rest in peace to the queen. And for you to uplift other women after that traumatic time in your life, I think says a lot about you. Will you do another book for the kings though?
I know I did a novel called The Wife and the Poet. That's really more so my poetry and me dramatizing a romantic relationship, an interracial romantic relationship, and the things that come and go along with that. Oh, that's called The Wife and the Poet. Hold on, I didn't even pull that out, did I?
Yes, and because all this work, I know we're going to end soon, or maybe they'll let us go for a little while longer because we stopped. Right. And so, yes, because I think that's important. I saw a quote today, and I'm big into quotes. And, right there. Oh, nice. I love it.
Both of them on Amazon, The Wife and the Poet and Panties Power. Yep.
Oh, wow. I saw a quote today when I was doing a webinar earlier, and it was how to help boys and men of color during the pandemic. And so it was really deep. And one Dr. Powell, the sister, she said that when you have high standards, you don't involve yourself with low quality events. And I think that's what I got from your story.
That's what I wanted, and that's simplifying what I want to get done. Yes. Yeah, exactly. But I know you got to get into to get somebody to really see the value of themselves. You can't just tell them, well, you're a great person. They need to really, I try to just get into a detail to break it down where you can't get around how important you are.
That's right.
To this world and what you are. Yeah, I just wanted to lock them. Like, look, you can't get around this, man. This is what you are.
Yeah.
You know, we made, and like one part I say, yeah, I said, you wonder why a man start looking for words in his mind to call you when he can't handle you. Bitch and hoe and all this. Because we don't even know how to define y'all properly. When y'all do get affected, messed up, and we get to going through our mind about what somebody told us to call you when you do this. And it's just crazy, you know, and I just really want women to evolve to another level, man, because I ain't never accomplished nothing. I never accomplished nothing without a woman.
That's deep. And so for you to start with women opposed to looking to, you know, your brothers and stuff like that, but you're talking to the women, you're talking to your brothers through the women.
I am.
Wow. That is so deep.
Everybody, but I get that sometimes, like, you should have wrote a book about how to survive when you get out of jail, or I said, yeah, I could have did all that, man, but this is what was on my heart when I first started writing.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
You follow your passion, and I'm glad that you wrote it. It's something that we really all need to kind of read your book to know how to, like you said, tap into our divinity and just be those royal gods and goddesses that we are, and make things happen. Take back our power is what I'm hearing you say.
Exactly.
Yes. And so is there any other things that's up and coming for you?
Oh, no, mainly right now, I just been working on that Underground Stage app, trying to get that down, and, you know, trying to help get more clients to come and check out my financial services that we got with the loans and different things like that for people that's trying to accelerate their business. Because if Trump wins, it's going to be coming through the pipeline. That's why I'm glad I'm ready.
But this is why you haven't cleared me up yet. Do we trust doing it, or do we write in reparations?
This is my best advice I could give. If Trump wins, go into business. If the Democrats win,
we were beforehand. I know we're gonna have this up after the election, but I need you to tell me what what makes sense to you. Should we go? Because it can be your first time to vote. You can rock your vote.
Okay, here, drop me in the booth and you say, nigga, you can't leave out of here till you vote. I'm pulling Trump lever.
That's what I'm saying. Damn. That's what I feel. I feel you, brother.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll leave you on this. I've been in situations where my family and friends have said things to me that they wish they haven't said, right? Gotcha. And we've been in a situation where they may have felt a way about me that, you know, was very temporary at the time, whatever. Even people that don't know, let's say people that don't know me, they're like, what, Shalana, I thought you were a real bitch, but here you are, you're so cool and smart, whatever you're gonna say. And so the thing that I'm saying is, yes, I have heard him say that he's not for KKK or Antifa. Yes, I have heard him say that we were from shithole countries. That's the part. So I'm never going to forget what that man said about my ancestors and about where I'm from. I'm never going to forget that. But I cannot let that, let me finish it. But I cannot let that overshadow the things that he's done. Like I said, people say whatever they want to say, but if your actions overshadow the bad stuff you said, I got to go with the good things that you done.
Yeah, you're a businesswoman, man. Ain't nobody in your feelings but your man. Everybody else.
And I barely try to do that, D. I barely try to do that. Okay, when you got to dust it off, you got to dust it off and keep it moving forward. And another thing, because I always go into memories of my Facebook on this day. And on this day, years ago, I was trying to remember the quote and who said it. But the quote was never, it was 50 Cent from the 50th Law. I don't know if you read that.
That's my favorite author. He wrote that book with my favorite author. Robert.
Yes. And so I loved it. And so he said, never lose sight of the large goal. Never lose sight of it. And another thing that I thought about, that one, Risco Lewis, she's the police commissioner now, the first Black police commissioner in Suffolk County. And so she,
What state is that?
New York.
Okay.
In Suffolk County, Long Island. And so she actually was one of those, she used to be a district attorney, but she had one of those programs called Counselor Thoughts and Actions that helped formerly incarcerated individuals out to get jobs and things like that. So I was a part of the program, or they call it a movement.
Wow.
Part of the movement. I'm a group facilitator. I got a Harriet Tubman Award, and she really did it. And so what she said was, it's different quotes that I take from everywhere. If I hear it and it sticks with me, I'll write it down or something like that. I love motivation. And she said, never let the distractions distract you. And that's what media is. Sometimes it's a distraction to distract you from your overall goal and your thing. That's what you're saying. Don't let your feelings distract you from where you need to be focused on. And that's the bad.
Yeah. Take you back to Powernomics, man. That's why the last stage of Powernomics is controlling the media.
Mm-hmm.
You get that top ladder, you control the media now. You make sure that you get some real messages out to your people, man. That's why the internet is a great thing for us, because at least people are able to tell their truth, and it ain't controlled by, these major networks to the extent, even though they are silencing people, and taking people pay stuff. Yeah.
And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get your own
app,
your own station, right? Your own app.
Our own app.
You can control your media that you put out.
Yep.
That's
I realized what I really when I realized what YouTube and Tidal and Jay-Z and them was doing, I said, oh, wow, and I started some research. So it only cost this much to get one? Oh, okay. And I just been moving since then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep, and I just want to get it up so I can get all this content. I got so much ideas for content, man. I just want to break free and just let it go.
I know. But like you said, you know what? Take your time, King, because anything that's on your heart, I want you to keep going forward. I want to say that I'm so proud of you for doing what you're doing, especially post-incarceration. And you're really a good role model. People need to see you moving forward. So please keep pressing, keep shining, and keep doing what you need to do. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate it. Can you give us the can you give us the name of your business again, and then your 2 books?
You can check out the financial services or email me through yourlifeisabusiness.com. And you can get both of my books, Panties Power by D.F. Rogers and The Wife and the Poet by D.F. Rogers, on Amazon.com.
That sounds good. Yes. And again, like you, everybody calling me, but I'm going to go up to this shelter and make sure that I, give these young people some hope and let them know that even if the person that they vote for doesn't win for any reason, that it's okay, that we can still support each other and keep going forward.
Yeah, and last message is, y'all, if the Democrats win, just open some nonprofits and get some grants, because that's all they're going to be doing is giving out grant money.
Well, it's not wrong with no grant money, because these loans we got to pay back, damn it.
Yeah, but the loans come easier than the grant money, though.
That's a fact.
The loans based on the credit score. The grant money is if I feel like messing with you or not.
True. And I'm trying to get in a little bit of both.
Me too.
I know that's right. So I'm definitely
but if Biden wins, you're gonna see me online with a criminal justice nonprofit. Watch, I'm like, damn, he done flipped the whole script.
No, we gonna do both, and that's whoever. Yes, we doing both. I'm filing for one too. But with that platinum plan, we're gonna get the personal, business, and the house.
Yeah, I think that.
Hello. Yeah. And that's what we need for
all gonna come out. Yeah. For real.
All right, so I might have convinced you to vote or not, but we gonna.
No, I didn't. Yeah, no, you ain't convinced me.
I ain't convinced you.
No, the thing about it, I posted. They wanted me to bring my a utility bill up there, and I didn't bring it in time, so I couldn't vote this time anyway.
Oh, okay.
They wanted to bring a utility bill with my address. I'm like, what? I thought I was already registered. don't let me have to get that stuff. You know what I mean? I just left it alone.
And you can possibly do it online if you have a second thought, because you're saying that we need the platinum plan. So you could possibly do it online if you're having second thoughts. All right? Because we do need that. I ain't gonna lie.
We do need it. It's the best thing, it's the best option on the flow boards right now outside of Unity. It's either Unity, then that.
Exactly. And so let's do a little bit of both, like you said. D, I really appreciate you, King. Thank you so much.
We'll talk again after the election. Hit me back up.
Yes, please. Keep in touch. Peace.
So, okay.